Lekea Borena comes from a family of farmers. She's a farmer herself, along with her husband and their children. Farming is in her blood. She lives in Oromia region in Ethiopia, near the Great Rift Valley that spreads itself between Kenya and Ethiopia. Lekea is making porridge. Porridge is regularly eaten here, often made with corn and filled out with peppers and spices, to create a delicious, steaming, spicy porridge. These days, the porridge is much less interesting. Lekea and her family can no longer grow peppers themselves, so the porridge is usually made with just corn. The peppers have to be brought, trucked in from hundreds of miles away, and to save for guests. Lekea and her husband, Duchasa, have 1 acre of land. They used to grow a lot of different crops on this land, including corn, sorghum, peas, peppers, lentils, and beans. They used to produce 70 kilos at harvest and would keep about half of it to eat themselves, selling the other half to buy produce that they didn't grow, like spices, blankets, and clothes. Now they only harvest around 19 kilos, and this is mostly corn. It's become much harder to be a farmer in Oromia, with a lot of effort required for low productivity, because the rains don't come anymore. Lekea remembers misty mornings and skies full of rain clouds. There used to be 6 months of rain every year here, from January to August. For years the rains have been inconsistent, coming late or not at all, or not lasting as long as they did before. Lekea told us that this year it didn't start raining until July and only lasted for 2 months. Although they planted the corn when the rain started, it didn't last long enough for the crops to mature, so they died. Lekea and her husband are trying out some different crops, but these can be lower in quality and some, like grass peas, can lead to health problems. Lekea is worried about her own family, but she knows that this problem is also a bigger one. Even with new types of specially engineered seeds, Lekea recognises that rain is still needed, and rain is in increasingly short supply in this area. She's adamant that we need to act quickly to save our natural resources for future generations. Lekea travels to a nearby hilltop to testify at a public hearing about climate change. Lekea is nervous about speaking before such a large crowd, but she also feels compelled to tell the local and national politicians about the problems she's facing and ask for their help. She knows a lot of her friends from across the region will be there too, telling the same story about their own experience and asking for the same assistance. They don't want aid, but they do need help to find solutions. Lekea's heard there are big global meetings about climate change. She hopes that the countries and governments at those meetings work together to come up with solutions to this problem that we are all facing.